This is what happens when a narcissist's ego gets bruised. To begin, I appreciate your attention to this video. I feel obligated to warn any newcomers that the narcissist is the only person ever discussed in this forum. To start, I want to say how much I appreciate your help and patience. Individuals who suffer from narcissistic personality disorder rarely experience negative feelings like anger. It could be caused by chemical imbalance or head trauma. However, narcissistic rage encompasses a wide range of behaviors, from overt displays of anger to more subtle forms of aggression, such as the gradual but persistent accumulation of resentment. Narcissists can easily lose their composure if their current preoccupation is interrupted for too long. When their wants and needs aren't met, narcissists can become extremely cruel or extremely passive-aggressive. It's heartbreaking to see their self-conception dissolve before your eyes. How can this be the case if narcissists are so concerned with how they appear to others? I would like to continue by discussing the effects of narcissistic injury on the narcissist. In this case, what do you believe they would say? What would it be if you could pinpoint where they go wrong? Different forms of narcissistic injury exist. There are numerous potential outcomes at each fork in the road. However, I will discuss the worst possible narcissistic injury and possible coping strategies for those who suffer from it. Narcissists suffer from wounded egos or emotional traumas that cause them to question their own value and dignity. This is the standard response whenever their false persona is challenged. The extent of the hurt determines the narcissist's behavior. Regardless of the severity of the wound, a consistent behavioral pattern emerges. The following is a simplified description of how a narcissist typically behaves after suffering a narcissistic injury. Their internal rage quickly overpowers any feelings of embarrassment they may have experienced. Because of this, the narcissist becomes obsessed with revenge. Narcissists are incapable of forgiving any wrong, no matter how great. Their tolerance has reached its absolute lowest point, and they can no longer even pretend otherwise. Therefore, whether they claim to have or not is irrelevant. Already, they are planning a counterattack against you. A smear campaign is their preferred method of punishment, which can be conducted in public or in private. A narcissist may be rude and condescending at first, but they may warm up and even become charming later. It's not just the lifetime smear campaign that can cause a narcissist to act badly. There are other narcissistic injuries as well. The final straw that will send a narcissist tumbling to the ground is the blow from which they will never recover, where they finally see themselves as others do. They are devastated by a wave of shame and humiliation. A narcissist's breaking point is related to the narcissist's deepest hurts, which can be triggered by a number of factors. When put in such a position, a narcissist's inner scars become exposed. In this video, I went into depth about the three things: being left alone, being exposed, and being insulted, that hurt a narcissist the most. The most damage can be done to a narcissist by someone who can use all three of these tactics at once. The narcissist will either fixate on harming this person or avoid them at all costs. If it's the latter, all it takes is a glance at the offender to break down their defenses. Narcissists are unable to conceal their lack of concern for the other person. They must state it directly. That would be ideal, but it would be even better if they could just kill them. Narcissists and those who have extreme personalities are the most vulnerable to the psychological and emotional effects of a narcissistic injury. The narcissist's response will reflect the intensity of their current emotions. Because of their anxiety, some people may think they have nowhere to turn. Unfortunately, they are more likely to simply disappear and pretend nothing ever happened, even if they do end up admitting fault and receiving assistance, which rarely succeeds. Narcissists may resort to murder, hexing, and cursing their victims if their hatred for them is unfathomable. Nothing would prevent a narcissist from employing another person to do their dirty work if they were certain they would not be caught. When a narcissist's feelings are hurt, their true colors emerge. By appealing to your sense of compassion for victims, they hope you will overlook their true motivations. But if you're competent, you can discover the source of their ire and take appropriate action. If you ask them anything, they will respond truthfully. When a narcissist feels pain, a wide range of negative feelings flood their minds. Feelings of terror, rage, anger, and shame are all too common. This highlights the narcissist's inherent pessimism. A narcissist is incapable of simultaneously taking criticism, being made to feel bad, and being rejected. This narcissistic injury, like all others, is irreparable. Any criticism to a narcissist is an affirmation of their own self-importance, making them miserable and unpleasant to be around. If denied their desires, a narcissist may resort to extreme measures, such as physical violence. Narcissists have no desire to make amends or recover from their injuries. As people age, they become less able to forgive and forget. This decreases the likelihood that they will ever improve. If you have humiliated someone, give them space. I sincerely hope that you learned something from watching this video. Please describe a time when you had to deal with the fallout of hurting a narcissist's ego. Together, we always have a great time, so I hope we can get together soon. Please submit your inquiry or suggestion in the space provided below. If you enjoyed this video and wish to see more like it in the future, click the bell to subscribe to our channel. I value the effort you make greatly.
Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back in the Narcissist and Karma channel. Today, I will explain a little about the conclusion of our video titled, "This is what happens when a narcissist's ego bruises." Let's move on. Here's the explanation. Individuals who suffer from narcissistic personality disorder rarely experience negative feeling like anger. However, narcissistic rage encompasses a wide range of behaviors, from overt display of anger to more subtle forms of aggression. Narcissists suffer from wounded egos, or emotional traumas that cause them to question their own value and dignity. The following is a simplified description of how a narcissist typically behaves after suffering narcissist injury. Narcissists are incapable of forgiving any wrong, no matter how great. Their tolerance has reached its absolute lowest point, and they can no longer even pretend otherwise. A smear campaign is their preferred method of punishment, which can be conducted in public or in private. There are other narcissistic injuries as well. The final straw that will send a narcissist to the ground is a blow from which they will never recover. It's not just the lifetime smear campaign that can cause a narcissist to act badly. There are other narcissistic injuries as well. When a narcissist feels pain, a wide range of negative feelings flood their minds. When a narcissist's feelings are hurt, their true color emerges. This narcissistic injury, like all others, is irreparable. Narcissists have no desire to make amends or recover from their injuries. So, that's the conclusion of our video today. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and click the bell button so you don't miss out on interesting information from us. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. See ya.